Monday night in my flat in London, I recorded a video on Gervonta Tank Davis. And this video was basically, I didn't upload it yet because I wanted to, I wanted to do a video in Dublin when I touched down. But basically, the gist of that video was Tank Davis is doing nothing with his career. He's 30 years old. He's fighting a career 130 pounder in Lamont Roach. I just want to point that out. Man who lost to Jamal Herron 5 years ago, who lost to Hector Luis Garcia, man who Tank Davis also beat. Again, campaigned at 135 pounds. He's putting that fight on pay-per-view in the US, and God knows what the price he's going to charge. I guess in that video, I was basically just talking about Tank Davis not living up to his potential, and it's been a recurring theme throughout the course of his career. Look, Tank Davis looks the business in that ring, and that's why it's so frustrating seeing him treat his career the way he is, and maneuvering throughout the course of his career the way he is, because this is a guy who became world champion at 22, 23 years old. He looked really, really good even then. Looked like a lot of potential. Looked really good power, which he obviously does. He's a tremendous puncher, Tank Davis. I'd say he takes a pretty good shot. He looks like someone who takes a pretty good shot. He's got good speed. He's got good boxing fundamentals. He just looks so good. But from that point, when he won that world title against Pedraza, and I think that was on the undercard of the Gale versus Badu Jack in 2017, immediately at that time at 130 pounds, Vasily Lomachenko, he was the man. He was the man in that division. And what happened? Oh, no, you're not going to fight Lomachenko. Oh, no, we don't need to fight Lomachenko. Excuse me, you're a champion. You should be trying to unify at the first available opportunity. You should be trying to prove that, there might be other champions, but I'm the man. How do I prove that? I go in there and I fight Lomachenko. Only 2.5 years later, you had Devin Haney, who was even younger, and I don't believe he was a champion at the time, calling out Vasily Lomachenko. You had Teofimo Lopez, who again, I think he was calling for Lomachenko even before he became a champion, but once he beat Richard Coleman in 2019, straight into a Lomachenko fight. Those two, and listen, we can all have an opinion on Teofimo Lopez and Devin Haney as human beings. They definitely have Tank Davis is no angel either. But you know what I mean? You can have an opinion of them as people, but they were confident. They wanted to prove themselves against the best. They believed in their ability. And even in Devin Haney's case, before he was even a champion, like officially, I think he got elevated to full champion eventually. They brought that absurd franchise title into the WBC. But you get what I mean. They wanted cracks at Lomachenko. They were very young, in their early 20s. They didn't care. They wanted Lomachenko. Tank Davis, no. Now, Tank Davis has reiterated that he wants to retire from boxing at the end of 2025. I'll probably be building my real estate portfolio, just trying to separate myself from the limelight. I doubt he'll be able to do that, by the way. I just want to be able to make money and stay out the way. That's it. I want to be living without being seen. Well, whenever you're on the... I know Tank Davis is no stranger to some controversy now and again, and a lot of it's brought on upon himself. Listen... Tank Davis, if he retires from boxing next year, and the biggest win on his resume is Ryan Garcia, and some of you may say, well, gee, that's not technically a bad win. It's not a bad win, but I would look at that win with you beat a guy who was weight drained. I mean, you literally drained Ryan Garcia to 136 pounds. The man can't even make 140 anymore, much less 136. And then you slap the rehydration clause on him just to boot. I mean, that's just no. And again, you look at the talent of someone like a Tank Davis and you just say, why do you need to do that? Like, why? And now you go back to fight. You fought Frank Martin on pay-per-view. That was all you had last year. Now you're fighting Lamont Roach on pay-per-view. And again, this is a small guy. This is a 130 pounder. You're bringing up to 135. What the F? Like, what is going on with this guy? And now he's talking about retiring next year. And Ryan Garcia, who am I talking about? Shakur Stevenson, that's going to be one of the biggest what ifs. And look here, straight away. Gervonta Davis has dismissed the fight with Shakur Stevenson for what? What has Shakur done? 3-division world champion? What has he done in the sport? He's done nothing. Keyshawn Davis is looking way better than him, and Keyshawn Davis hasn't even done, and has done nothing. I'm afraid of what? For fighters to be afraid of someone, it has to be someone who's hitting us and hurting us. He doesn't have no offense. Everything is defense. Defense only wins in basketball and football. That stuff, you use a stronger word, but we'll say stuff, don't win in boxing. But what have you done? Yeah, you've done good numbers on pay-per-view, but Devin Haney, when he was fighting Ryan Garcia, did good numbers on pay-per-view. Does he do good numbers on pay-per-view all of the time? Hell no. Ask Eddie Hearn. Yeah, is Shakur Stevenson all about defense? He is. Is he awful to watch sometimes? He is. But with the right dance partner, could be a bit interesting. You know, just envisioning Devin Haney versus, I keep saying Devin Haney, just envisioning Shakur Stevenson versus Tank Davis. Hope I haven't been saying Devin Haney throughout the course of this video. But just envisioning those two together, I think that would actually bring out something very good in Shakur Stevenson. I think, you got to bear in mind, when Tank Davis fought Rolly Romero, and I've long since said I think Rolly, at one of the worst champions at the time in boxing, maybe even the worst when he was 140-pound champion, this actual guy was actually, you know, boxing with Tank Davis. Frank Martin can box with Tank Davis until he ended up getting caught. You can box with Tank Davis. That's probably what he's worried about. He is looking to maintain that O. He is looking to get paid extortionate figures to fight on pay-per-view, bring in 100,000+ pay-per-view buys. They'll do it in New York because it's probably cheaper than doing it in Vegas. They'll make the money back on gate receipts. They'll probably make their money, or maybe if they're taking a loss, they're probably doing all right. So he's just happy to go and pick up his once a year, couple of mil paydays. There you go, see you later. Bring that guy up from 130 pounds. That guy at 135, I'll slap you with a rehydration clause just for good measure, but I don't have to do anything. It's so frustrating watching Tank Davis and how he's conducted his career. That man called him a 30-year-old prospect. And that's in him. Anthony Yard is even worse. But at least with, I was going to say Devin Haney, at least with Tank Davis, you can say, all right, he's got a couple of world titles. But he's doing absolutely nothing in his respective career. He really isn't. It's just been frustrating as all hell to watch. It really has. And to be honest with you, if he retires in 2025, I can imagine he'll have his obviously hardcore fans, but I say a lot of people are going to just look and be like, oh yeah, Tank Davis, yeah, he's the guy who fought Ryan Garcia. And now look what Ryan Garcia's doing. He'd be forgotten pretty damn quick. I think Tank Davis would like that. It's frustrating, as I said, because I see a fighter with bags of ability there. Oh, good lord, bags of ability. But just, where's the desire? You know, where's the desire? Let me know your thoughts on this whole Tank Davis situation. Again, I hope I haven't been saying Devin Haney throughout the course of this. I don't know why. Once that name came into my mind, it just stuck. But let me know your thoughts. I don't want to keep this video too long. I will get some more recordings done. Now that I'm back here I'm here till Monday. And then I'm back here again next Friday for Christmas for 3 weeks. Then I'm here, I can do some of the old style vids. I need to fix the angle because I can tell the angle of the camera is not right. You can tell I haven't done this in a while back here because I'm used to my flat having had a really low angle because there's a table and all that. This is still a little bit. I'll get the angle eventually right. But yeah, feels good to be home. Hope you enjoy the people. Back in the old setting, you know, a guy I report into at the Zone, he was always saying he loved the chair. And I was like, listen, when I looked at the chair online, it looked better than it did. I don't like this, but it does the job. It does the job for now. Hope you enjoyed it. Smash the like button, hit subscribe. Peace.